Hey YouTube, this is Firewizard23, and welcome to another book review of Garth Nix's fifth book in the Keys to the Kingdom series, Lady Friday. She is the fifth trustee of the Architect. Spoilers. So when we last left off Arthur, he had just become the commander of the glorious army of the Architect inside the Great Maze, and he ends up going to speak with Dame Primus, who now has 4 parts of the will consumed within her. And after some discussion, he's like, I'm going to go off to the middle house, and we're going to go, the middle house where Lady Friday resides, and we're going to go get the fifth key from her. I forget, something perpetuates this action. I forget why he does that. Oh, he also wants to save the Piper's children. That's why and we kind of know that the Piper is going to try to go after the key as well. So Arthur, keeping the baton with him, the baton that can change into any kind of sword, the 4th key, he travels into the middle house, where the denizens of the middle house have begun a process known as experiencing. The denizens of the house don't have emotions. Not that they can't get angry or get sad, but they don't have like true human emotions. They don't really feel. They just kind of are. They're like automatons. But they have like personalities. It's weird. So when you're going in through the middle house, which is the exact middle of the house, this is where a lot of the binding of paper books and stuff are done, and you just see denizens standing around with like a piece of paper on their forehead. And you just see them kind of like, their eyes just unfocused and just hazing off into the distance. They are experiencing. They're actually having real emotions. They're basically high. And Arthur's like trying to bully him around, like, help me, do something. I'm the master of the lower house, the lord of the far reaches, the duke of the border seas, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And you gotta listen to me. One thing leads to another. We find out that Lady Friday is actually bringing mortals into her mountain realm, the mountain realm she's created in the middle house. And what she's doing is she's using her 5th key, the mirror, to drain their human experiences so she can consume them and actually have experiences. This is the book's equivalent of Lust. This is a slightly youth series, so we can't really say she's having guys bang her. We can't do that, but she is consumed by lust. Her mirror being the conduit for this. Arthur ends up having Susie and Fred come to him trying to help him out, and he discovers that they have tattoos wrapped around this word tattoo around their necks that says, "I will serve the Piper to the end of my days." And just simply in the act of even trying to assist him at all, the words start to choke them, to kill them. And Arthur uses the power of the 4th key to break that hold that the Piper has over them, infecting himself more with house magic. He's very scared to see that his alligator ring, he's almost completely infected by house magic. Almost affected to the point that he's not going to be able to revert. Right? And he's having real conflicting emotions, like, what would his parents think about this? Because, he wants to stay with his friends, but he wants to stay a human too. And it becomes an interesting moral conundrum. Susie, Leaf, his human friend Leaf, actually finds Lady Friday. She went in with all the hospital patients who were affected by some of them were affected by the sleeping plague of the events of Mr. Monday. Leaf snuck in with them, and Lady Friday accosts Leaf, realizing who she is. And Lady Friday is described as a tall lady wearing golden armor and a pair of wings. So she's kind of like an archangel. She's described as, and she kind of does the very standard bad guy gloating. You are the friend of the so-called Arthur Penhaligon. And at the end of and there's like a taunting going on, and she throws her mirror right in Leaf's face and like absorbs her memories or whatever. She does something bad. I got you. And again, I don't remember everything. Arthur is searching for the 5th part of the will. He's getting closer and closer because the key's helping him. He gets down into like a deep cavern, and he's like hearing all this scuttering around him. He gets really scared, and finally he's like, screw my mortality, I don't care. He's like, light. Key, give me lots and lots of light! And the baton just explodes in a light, filling up the chamber, revealing a small creature skittering back. And it is this cacophony of creatures all together that is the 5th part of the will. Well, and it explains that it understands that Lady Friday has indeed lost her way, because she used to come down here and consult him often, but now she seems to consumed by her own interest. Lady Friday tries to trick both Dame Primus, Arthur, and the Piper into accepting a fake key that she has created. She's made a mirror that looks like her hand. Oh, it's a hand mirror, if I haven't explained that. That looks like the mirror she's using. And what she's done is it's a very devious trap, and another side character blows the trap, and it causes a huge explosion of nothing that's just ripping through the house. But Arthur and the fifth part of the will says you can stop this, but you would need all four of your keys to do this. But he's like, I don't have the keys. We have to do something now, otherwise that will destroy the entire house. Since you are the owner and true master of the keys, you need only call them and they will come to you. And Arthur concentrates very hard. I believe Dame Primus is still fighting off some of the Niflings in the Great Maze, as well as some of the Piper's forces. But despite that, Arthur is able to summon the other three keys to him, using all the power of all four keys to seal the nothing hole and stop the spread. We do confront Lady Friday, who has a whole bunch of human experiences, which are described as strands of light standing on top of her mirror. And she's like, I know you have truly beaten me, but should I not be able to be defeated and feel defeat? And she wants to put some of the emotions into her mouth, and Arthur intones the ritual, and he takes the mirror for his own. Lady Friday completely defeated. At the very end of the book, we get a note signed by a mysterious S saying, I don't want to interfere, but if I must, I will. And it's left very open as to whether or not that is Saturday or Sunday. And so Arthur now has 5 keys and is now the Lord of the lower and middle houses, respectively, as well as the far reaches, the border sea, and the Great Maze, home to the glorious army of the Architect. There are 2 trustees remaining. This is Firewizard23. I didn't mind this book. I seem to remember it being fairly unforgettable. I like the major sequences in these books are what I remember the most. I really remember the major sequences when we're dealing with a trustee, or just a certain ethical dilemmas come up, or we see the power of the respective keys. So that's how I'm feeling about it. This is Firewizard23. Take care and bye-bye for now, everybody.